Hey there folks, and welcome back for another video. I'm your host CDB or Chris, and we're so pleased you could join me today for a shave with, let's show you what we're going to use, the Cold River Soapworks Select Citrus. Really nice quality soap in my opinion. We're going to use the Gem Featherweight. Let me grab a blade for it real quick. And all right, it uses the old-fashioned Gem paint scraper type blades. You lay the blade up in there. If I can actually, let me open it all the way. That probably makes life a little easier. Lay the blade up there. And my sausage fingers are in the way, sorry. Blade in there like so, and then just close the top and it snaps into place. The vintage on this is probably, I want to say 50s era. Not a bad little razor at all, and we're going to use that today. Hopefully we're going to have a fantastic shave on the face, because we did not have a good run on the head. Still have battle wounds there and one back there that bled a lot. Anyway, let's talk a little bit about the soap really quickly. Cold River Soapworks Select. Let me roll in the ingredients for you while I'm giving you the price. It is $15.95. There are none available right now at Cold River. The citrus scent, but they have other scents in the Select formula. 4 ounces. $15.95, $3.98 PPO, which is just approaching $4 is when per ounce is when soaps start to get expensive. So this is starting to approach that $4 mark, but not at it. So still fair price, in my view. We're going to be using also, let's show you, the Zenith Boar brush. Let's pull it out. It's soaking, by the way, in one of those vintage Old Spice mugs. I need to get one of those skull mugs, the soap brushes like Ken Surfs. I need to get one of those. Anyway, this is a new brush to me. Just got it the other day. I really like the way the brush looks. Loft is maybe a little bit short for me, but you know, it needs to break in, so we're not going to judge it a lot here at the onset. We've got our soap pressed into our bowl, and we're just going to begin to make some swirls and lather it. And again, if you're using synthetics a lot, natural hair brushes take a little while longer to generate lather. I need to add some water because I squeezed all the water out of my brush. So let's add a little bit of water here to our mix. There you see it, and it's kind of hard to do it up here, but you know, we'll give it a go. I go side to side, I go around this way. Don't always swirl in one direction. Make sure you're changing it up, because you don't want to wear the brush in a circular fashion and cause uneven wear. So swirl one way, swirl the other, go back and forth, do whatever you need to do. Now I would tell you right now, if I had been using a synthetic brush, I would already have a fair amount of lather already made. But natural hair brushes take more time. We're starting to get some. Let's add some more water. That's not my name. I had mentioned the other day in the videos that I never show the lathering process, or rarely, and it's mostly because I'm trying to save time. But today is Saturday, so we're not pressed for time, and I hope you're not either. I hope you'll stick around for the entire video, because we are going to announce the giveaway winner from last week at some point during this video, so stay tuned. There will be another giveaway tomorrow, so have no fear. All right, we're starting to get a little bit of lather now, but I tell you, the synthetics, so much faster. Now, arguably, the lather from natural hair brushes is better, some people claim. I don't know. But I do know you can make lather with a synthetic brush a lot quicker. I don't know the science behind it or why, but I know for a fact, had I been using a synthetic, I'd already be shaving. But I'm not. And so this is a new brush, it's not broken in. So if we don't get great performance, we're not going to blame it, because it takes time. It really just takes time. There you go. We've got lather shooting out of the bowl. But I tell you, the volume of lather that I have relative to what's produced with synthetic is not near the same. So hopefully this will release the lather on my face too. Folks, it is dramatically different when you're using a synthetic versus a Boar versus a Badger. The way it holds water, the way it holds lather, the way it releases it. So if we struggle, we'll always have a synthetic on standby. Because again, I haven't really used natural hair brushes regularly for years now. It's been probably 4 years or more. Obviously, I started out with them, then I discovered synthetics, and I don't have any water to put in my bowl here. Let's add a little more water. Anyway, I discovered synthetics, and it was just like, why bother, you know, but I wanted to, this is a handsome brush, by the way. I really like the handle style. I'm thinking the loft might be a little too short for me, but we'll see. I didn't have great luck with it yesterday on the dome, but we'll see if it does better on the face. Okay, so it's got what I think it's pretty good lather. Stand by for a minute when I put some water, while I put some water in the sink, and then we'll get started. Stay tuned. And all right, so we're ready to go. Let's slap some water on the face here, and let's go to our pre-shave here, which is the Razor Rock Lime Cube. We'll add a little of that just for good measure, and then we'll see how it goes. Okay, here's our lime. Let's go to the soap and see how we do. I need something to wipe my hands off because they're very slippery after handling that. Okay, let's hope for the best with this brush. Let's see how it goes. Scrubby. The loft is, you know, I'm gonna, again, try to break this in, but far scrubbier than I would like. I'm really having to, you know, bear down. And like I said, if you missed the head shaving video yesterday, go watch it. It's the worst one I've ever had. Not blaming this brush, don't get me wrong. I just tried to use the Model T. It did not work out well for me. Wow. Well, I think it's transferring lather. It's coming down the handle on me. I think it's transferring lather better than it was yesterday. See, this is, normally my lather doesn't work its way down all the way into my hand when I use a synthetic brush. Sorry, tongue twisted there. But, all right, let's see what we can do here. When I scrub, it's pushing the lather up in the knot. And the reason is because I'm having to push so hard, it's pushing the knot, it's pushing the lather up. With a synthetic, it splays far easier, so I don't have to push. That's causing, if you're wondering why this is happening, I'm having to push. It's pushing the lather up. I don't like it. Annoying. Anyway, I think what I'm going to do is, folks, I'm going to practice what I preach. And I'm not going to be afraid to change it up midstream. So I'm going to show you the difference. And I'm not knocking natural hair, so please don't take it that I'm knocking natural hair. But this brush isn't broken in. It's going to take some time. So we're going to bring in the Ariana and Evans synthetic, and we're going to get it loaded up. And then we're going to have far better result with not having to push so hard. See how easy that splays relative to that badger knot? I'm just gonna have to work with that brush and try to break it in a little bit. And partially my lather is also a little bit wetter than usual, so that's causing some of that running down the handle as well. But this feels a lot better to me. I think we got too much water in my mix. You know, again, trying with that Boar, and I just didn't do a phenomenal job with the lathering. It is no fault of the soap, trust me on that. By the way, soap strength, scent strength it's fairly weak on this soap. I'd call it about a 3 at this point, but it is a little older. It's probably a couple of years, maybe 3 years old, and it has lost some of its scent. And it is one that I lathered on the puck, and I don't advise doing that unless you're going through soap quickly. If you're going through soap quickly and you lather on the puck, no problem. But if you're going to keep a soap for 4 or 5 years, I advise you not to lather on the puck, scoop some out, and not introduce a lot of water and contaminants into that soap. All right. We're just going to settle for a fair lather because we're 11 minutes into this video and we have yet to take a stroke. That is insane. Wow, okay, that feels great though. That feels really nice. The Featherweight, feeling really good. Second use on that gem blade. That feels really nice. In fact, this to me feels a lot more comfortable than the clog proof. Obviously it's lightweight due to the handle, but just overall the shave on this one feel pretty nice actually. I'm digging that. Been a long time since I've used the Feather Lightweight, or excuse me, the Gem Featherweight. Again, I think 50s is the vintage, you know, which it was made around the 50s, so pretty old razor, but it can still hang there with the razors produced today in quality. Honestly, in my opinion, this razor is just as good as the Occam Hiram, which I've been using the last couple of days. Shaves really smooth, and I like it. I prefer this over the clog proof. Or, now there is one thing to consider. Sometimes the blade on a first use is a little rough, and maybe that clog proof, the blade was just a little rough. But that was a nice run, actually. Quite enjoyable. Okay. Let's see if we can use our 2 wet lather mix here to do something a little better and expedite some, so y'all don't have to spend your entire Saturday evening watching me mumble around and fumble around. Thank you so much for joining me. And also, one thing I want to mention is, got a new Patreon supporter yesterday, Mark Tidwell. Thanks so much, Mark, for your support. It really means a lot. And people like Mark, the Patreon supporters, the PayPal supporters, they're funding these giveaways. You know, it costs money to either acquire these products, like the one I'm giving away or announcing today, I bought. It takes money to ship them. You know, when you're doing it every week, it adds up. So thank you so much, Mark, and other supporters. I really appreciate it. If you want to contribute to the channel via PayPal, there's an address, and I really appreciate it. It helps fund the products and giveaways and the things that appear on this channel. So thank you very much. We're just going to have to settle for a sort of lackluster lather. It is not a fault of the soap, to be clear. I just started with that other brush and it's not working well for me. Also, Patreon, the address there if you want to become a monthly Patreon supporter. Again, very, very much appreciated. Thank you. Okay, pass number 2. That's just beautiful. Really nice. Honestly, given the way this feels on my face, I would rather shave with this Gem Featherweight than the $255 as of the price, as of this moment, which is February 20th or 21st. I don't remember the date. I would rather shave with this vintage Gem than the Occam's, the Hiram Commander. Not that the Hiram Commander is a bad razor, but this feels better to me. It just feels better. And this one was made probably in the 50s, and so it's now 2020. You do the math. This razor has some age on it, and it's been through some users, and it still shaves fantastic. And so don't sleep on some of these vintage single edge razors. If you really want a single edge razor, you know, check some of these out. They're not all the same. Like some people like that. I think 1912. I don't think I have a 1912. Some like the clog proof, some like the open comb, you know, the micromatic versions of these razors. But G-Bar, you know, is another one I'll be showing you. But pretty doggone good. This is the one thing I'll say about this shave, despite the brush issues and the lathering issues, is the razor is fantastic for me. I cannot guarantee you that this is going to be a home run for you. When people ask for razor recommendations, it's so difficult, and I kind of cringe because I'm like, I can only tell you what works well for me, and it may not work well for you. And so I give them, but it's like, you know. Now, when it comes to saving money, if somebody said, you know, I like this type of razor, would you get this one or that one? You know, that's easy, but, you know, it's really difficult because a lot of people ask after the single edge razors, like, should I get the Hawk or this or that? And And my answer is start with the aluminum Hawk because it's the cheapest, you know? If you're gonna get an Artist Club stuff, start with that, see if you like it. If you don't, it's no big deal because it's what, 30 bucks maybe? So you're not out much money. So no big deal. So start inexpensive and work your way up. And then if you find something that's a home run and you didn't pay a lot, that's fantastic. That's what we want to do. You know, this channel isn't about collecting the most expensive gear. It's about what gear works well for me and hopefully you, but there is no, I can't make any assurances of that kind. This brush feels like a pillow on my face relative to that Boar. I think I would really like that Zenith Boar if it had a longer loft. It's a little too short for me. I have to press down too hard to make it splay, and therefore the lather shoots up. And plus my lather was wet too. So, I mean, there's a lot of things going on here. But you know, we show you whatever happens for better or worse here. If our lather's not phenomenal, we'll show it to you, but keep in mind, at the end of this shave, was it a terrific shave? That is the benchmark, not how great the lather looked. So let's continue with the Featherweight Gem. Fantastic, I love it. Really enjoyable. This razor is really hitting. I tell you, I don't know why I haven't used it. It's, man, oh man, it's feeling great. And I'm gonna, you know, it's Saturday morning. And I am just gonna enjoy a tremendous shave this Saturday morning. After this over, we're gonna have a good post. We're probably gonna run out and maybe get some breakfast for the wife and myself and just try to enjoy the day. Got some other videos coming up, so stay tuned. I do have a bowl lathering tutorial coming up, which I will be posting probably sometime in the next number of days. I also have a uber or super lathering video coming up, which is a sort of combination cream and soap. You don't see that much anymore, but I'll show you if you're interested how to do it. It's not complex at all. Man, I'm telling you, from the comfort perspective, terrific. This Gem Featherweight is, man, oh man, I'm loving it. I don't know why I haven't used this for a long time. Wow-wee, terrific. So, even though we had not the greatest lather, the result feels nice. I love this razor. Okay, let's rinse. Let's come back, do the post, and announce the giveaway. That's really important. Stay tuned. And in comes the magic made by witches. There's Witch Hazel, which I'm beginning to, can't run low on. So it's time to order a new bottle. Really good stuff. I've used many a bottle of theirs. And let's slap some on the dome also, because it could use the nourishment after that poor head shave yesterday. All right, while that sets, we shall announce the winner from last week's giveaway. And the winner is She Shaves with Jill. Jill, send me your information to cdb@imcdb.com, and I will send this to you sometime next week. Thanks so much for watching, Jill. Jill, by the way, is a fellow YouTuber. Go check out her channel. She Shaves with Jill. So thanks for watching, Jill. It's coming to you this coming week. The Cold River Soapworks Citrus. I had some lathering issues due to the Boar. Good quality. It's still provided for an excellent shave. The post feels really nice. It is a very fine product. Scent strength on this isn't very good. About $3.98 an ounce. Approaching the $4 expensive mark, but under it. So not bad, I would say. The Zenith Boar. What can we say? I'm not digging it so far, but I need to break it in and give it a chance. I think this loft is too short for my preference. However, if you want a scrubby brush, it's terrific in that regard, and I love the handle. So we'll continue to give that time. We'll try to use it in our spare time to break it in a little bit and see if it gets better. The Gem Featherweight, terrific, excellent shaver. I love it. You can find these on eBay for not a lot of money, usually under 20 bucks, let's say, so not bad at all. And we're going to close it out with Stirling Pharaoh's Dreamsicle, which essentially smells like Dreamsicle. Oh, but before that, the Ariana and Evans brush came in and did the rescue. Folks, don't be afraid to change it up mid-shave if things aren't working. Don't be afraid to do that. There's no harm in doing it. Now, that is assuming you're experienced. If you're new and you're having trouble and it's your first few shaves, then you probably need to stick with the product you're using because it's likely to be your technique. But if you've been shaving for a while and something is just going badly and you recognize it, change it up. No reason to stick with it and have a bad experience. No reason whatsoever. And we're going to slap some of this on the dome as well. Woo! Yes. Feeling nice, clean. And we're going to have a fantastic Saturday, and I hope you do as well. When you're viewing this, probably Saturday evening. So thanks again for watching. Until next time, I've been your host, CDB, and I'm saying God bless.